My name is Chris Haw, and I'm a professor of theology at the University of Scranton. And I'm an author of 2 books, Jesus for President and From Willow Creek to Sacred Heart. Part of Girard's interpretation of Christian history is that it sprung on the scene with an intensity that put it in, you would say, in tension with its cultural and political environment. And in this way, Girard is actually, he shares a lot in common with many other interpretations of church history, which is that Christianity for a few hundred years maybe was countercultural or subcultural. But around the time of Constantine, the church began to mainstream itself in a way that started to betray its roots. And so people like Stanley Hauerwas have referred to this as the Constantinianization of the church. In other words, it's selling out to power and becoming part of the cultural system. When Girard refers to this, he refers to it as the sacrificialization of Christianity. Or he says it basically, there is this intense message within Christianity that gets put into an envelope of cultural forms. And those cultural forms, in a way, turned Christianity into a religion much like the ancient forms of religion. It became a part of the status quo. It became a part of the enforcement of society. It became a part of containing violence. Now, starting with the massive breakup of the church in the Reformation era, there were many lamentable and problematic things that came out of the Reformation. But over the last few hundred years since the Reformation, it has become more possible for Christianity to slowly break outside of its embeddedness with the state, to break outside of its Constantinian framework. And so that's been especially apparent in the last 50 or so years with a sort of decay of the cultural status of Christianity. And that, in a way, can be a really welcome and a good thing, insofar as it means now that Christianity is starting to lose its hold on being something of a sword-wielding political power. And then it can instead return to concern for its roots. And so for the wounded seekers that are intuiting that there's something wrong about religion, but they still want to be spiritual, I think they might be grasping onto part of this, which is that Christianity does have this profound spiritual message that has been sort of busted or ruined by its religious envelope. But I think the encouraging and deeper thing that Girard mentions is that, but there's no escape from culture. However we do Christianity, it will still have to be a religion while being an exit from religion. It's going to do both at the same time.